How you doing, everybody? Welcome back to baseballbytheyard.com. I'm Coach McCreary, and today's video tip is for pitchers, okay? And it gives you a tip for pitchers on what not to do when you're throwing a curveball. Now, this video is not for little kids. I do not recommend young kids throwing curveballs. So this tip is specifically for kids high school and above who I'm assuming already have an idea on how to throw a curveball. Now, if you're not a curveball pitcher, if you haven't thrown them, then don't worry about this drill here. Get some training and learn how to throw the ball correctly. And then this is one of those fine-tuning things you can do after you know how to throw the curveball, okay? So if you're in that category of a pitcher who's been throwing a curveball for a while, then you may take benefit from this particular tip. And that is, do not hook your curveball, okay? This is one thing that as a batter, when I was in high school, in college, and in pro ball, I always looked for pitchers who would hook their hand like this, okay? It's a major tip-off that a curveball's coming. And it's not something that a pitcher has to do when they throw a curveball. So let me show you what it looks like here in comparison to some other pitchers. When a pitcher's delivery, when he's going through his delivery and his arm action comes up in this area here, if he's throwing a fastball, his wrist is pretty much going to be in this position right here. If he's going to throw a changeup, his wrist is going to be in this position. If he's going to throw a slider, his wrist is going to be in this position. If he's going to throw a cut fastball, his wrist is going to be in the position, okay? So if you see that pitcher all of a sudden, instead of coming here, you see that pitcher do this, he is hooking the ball. He's throwing a curveball. And if a pitcher is doing that, it's not going to be a very effective curveball. First off, it's going to tip the batter off that it's coming, because as I said, this is something that a batter is going to pick up compared to this. Now, if you're a pitcher and you don't want to do this, the biggest tip I can give pitchers is stop thinking about a curveball. Usually, it's not a correction you have to make with your hand. It's a correction you have to make with your mindset. Now, the mistake that pitchers make is they get the sign from the catcher and it says curveball, and they automatically zone in on curveball. They're getting their mindset correct and set for a curveball. So they come in here, they get their curveball grip, they think curveball. They go delivery, they think curveball, 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 and they hook it, because all they're thinking about is a curveball, okay? Now, what I tell pitchers who have that problem is I say, don't think about curveball until you are up here, okay? So if a pitcher does that, they get the curveball sign from the catcher, they get their curveball grip, but in their mind, it's a fastball. Fastball, 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 curveball. Okay? So they get that wrist into that position so it looks like a fastball, and then they take those fingers over the top and they turn that into a curveball. Now, another benefit of that is that if you think fastball a little bit longer as a pitcher, you will keep your arm speed up, which is another no-no for pitchers when they're throwing a curveball, is they slow their arm down, which is another tip-off to the batter, because the batter can tell this arm speed is not a fastball arm speed. He slowed his arm down. It's got to be a breaking pitch or a slower pitch of some kind. So you want to keep your arm speed up. So don't hook it and don't slow your arm down. So stop thinking curveball too soon, okay? So if you're a batter, look for pitchers who are hooking the ball. If you're a pitcher, think fastball a little bit longer, and that often will prevent you from hooking it back here, and it'll get you a little bit more out front with your curveball, which is going to keep your arm speed up, and it also has the benefit of getting more of a downward break instead of a looping, hanging curveball. Okay, folks, there's a lot of little things in terms of throwing a curveball, and I would have to talk a lot more than that, but that's basically the tip for today. So hopefully if you're already an established pitcher, you can take these little tips and get out there and try to improve your curveball just a little bit more. All right, folks, well, I'm Coach McCreary signing off. Thanks again for watching, everybody. Have a good day.